Meredith Gorman here with former Patriot and Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount. Thanks for joining us, first of all. But last week after the Bills game, we heard certain players express frustrations here and there about the current way that the Patriots offense is being run. Now, Bill Belichick said he feels good about the current setup. Do you think they'll end up turning over some of the offensive coaches after this season, though?
Oh yeah, without a doubt in my mind that they will 100% have a different coaching setup next season. There's going to be a lot of different faces. There's going to be a lot of different guys in new positions when it comes to coaching. They have to, they have to. This didn't work. I had a feeling that it wasn't going to work, and I feel like them not hiring a coordinator and just kind of winging it with the people that they have there was not the best move. Yes, Bill is great and he's smart and he knows what he's doing, but this is just not one of his smartest moves.
Yeah, and we've heard some of the players kind of express frustration or show some signs of frustration after games. And I have to ask you, like, when you were with the Patriots, was it rare for some players to publicly express their frustrations? Or was it kind of the thing where, like, when you were with the team, winning took care of most things? It just seems weird seeing this come from a Patriots team.
Yeah, winning does take care of most of the problems. If you're winning, no one is complaining about anything. Unless it's probably one guy or a guy here or there that's feel like he deserves more playing time or think that he's going to be there and he's not or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, winning solves all the problems. If you're winning, there's no problems in the building. I mean, everyone has their minor problems, but when you're winning, there's hardly ever any problems in the building. You're not going to hear anybody talk about they're frustrated about their catches or their carries or the limited shots that you take downfield or whatever the case may be. But when you're losing, all the bad things start coming out. All the little minor things that would have never been spoken about. Whenever you're winning, those things start to come out. Mac is showing frustration. He don't like the quick game, obviously. From what I saw, he obviously don't like the quick game. He want to throw the ball downfield. That's understandable. But who's your downfield guy? You don't have a Julio. You don't have a Mike Evans. You don't have a AJ Brown. You got Devontae Parker and Jacoby Myers. You have those guys. These aren't downfield, big ball, big play threat guys. So you got to do whatever the offense entails. You got to make it go. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they want to throw the ball downfield. Matt, you don't have those kind of weapons. Matty P know that you don't have those kind of weapons. He's doing what he can.
Absolutely. And I was going to ask you, next, some people say, oh, this is on Mac. Some people say Mac is regressing in his second year because of the coaching staff. I have to ask you, like, do you think this is purely based on the changes to the offense in terms of just like the difference that we've seen between last year and Mac and this year?
Well, yes, I think he has regressed, but I don't think it's because of the offense or because of of this and that. Again, he don't have the weapons around him. He don't have the outside guys. Losing Josh McDaniels was a huge hit. You know what I'm saying? That any quarterback, no matter the year that you're in, whether you're a veteran or a rookie, you're 10, you're 1, whatever it is, Josh McDaniels is one of those guys that make a huge difference in the learning aspect of things. And having Josh there the first year versus not having him the second year, you guys are seeing, what happens whenever you lose a guy as important as Josh. So he did regress a little bit, and shoot, Bailey played pretty well as well. So I mean, shoot, man, it's a competition now. It's not nowadays. It's not just, oh, you got drafted in the first round and you're a first round pick, you get the job. It's not that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not that anymore. So you got to compete for the job now. Yeah, we drafted you in the first round, but if you're not as good as the guy behind you, that's the person that's gonna play.
Absolutely. And speaking of the offense, it's been all over the place as we saw against the Bills when they couldn't score last Thursday night. The Patriots have had a longer window to practice after that Thursday night game. Do you see these offensive problems that they've been having as something that they'll be able to fix before the end of the season? I know the window is closing and it's been something that we've been talking about for a while now.
I think at this point they just got to focus on execution. That's what they got to focus on. They don't. I don't think they need to look at, oh, this area we need to try to make this area better. This area we need to try to make this area. We need to just focus on execution. That's it. You know, Mac just need to shut up, listen to what Bill says, listen to what Matt says, whatever. Do his job, and then moving forward, it's their job to address the issues at hand, which is I love Jacoby, but he's not a number one guy. I love Devontae. He's not a number one guy. Nelly, he's not a number one guy. You got to go out there and get him some guys that he's used to throwing to. I mean, at Alabama, he's throwing to freaking, Jalen Waddles and the Devontae Smiths and all these first round draft pick guys. And you don't have these guys, you don't have these guys to get the ball to anymore. So the first thing they got to address after the season is trying to go, you got to spend some money, man. You gotta spend some money. You gotta go spend some money on either a veteran receiver, or you're gonna have to draft a guy in the first or whatever. Or this is going to continue. They got to go find new coaches. I don't think that this gets a lot better over the course of the remaining 4 games or whatever. I don't think this gets a lot better, but they have the opportunity to go showcase something other than what they did against the Bills and all the other games where they didn't put up a lot of points.
Absolutely. Well, it's safe to say we'll expect some big changes before next season. But once again, thanks so much for your time, LeGarrette.
I appreciate it, man. Tell Bill to call me. I'll come call the offense, man. Look at my boys. My boys average about 35 points a game in 12U.
Yeah, I know all of New England would be pretty happy if they saw you back on the sidelines. I'll tell him. I'll tell him next week.
Yeah, let him know whenever you get in that locker room. Hey, LeGarrette said, hey, if you need a real play caller, I got you.
We'd love to see it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.